Hello guys and welcome again to the channel. On today's video, I just want to show you guys a trick that I use when I'm mixing a vocal on a piano ballad. Instead of obviously compressing the mid-range and lose impact, I actually prefer to expand it, which is why I said don't compress, expand instead. So we'll be using Ozone 5. Hold on, someone is still using Ozone 5 when Ozone 10 is out. Should we call the isotope police? So basically, I still rock Ozone 5 anyway because you just have most of the tools you need for this particular thing, which is expander and multiband compressor. So as you can see, I'm only expanding the mid range, not the bottom, and I'm not expanding the top. But I'll obviously show you why I'm not doing that on the top and also on the bottom. But this mid range, because mid range is what will give you the impact, especially when you are playing this on a mobile phone. So how do you set this up? But first, let's listen to the sound and then I'll come to how I've set it up.
Girl, you know that I would never, ever let another's touch come between the two of us. So no one else will ever take your place. No one else comes close.
So let's look at how I've set this up. If you come to the low end, you will see that I'm only using 1.4:1 on a compressor. So it's not actually doing much. And I think on the threshold, we're probably catching maximum 2 dB or so at the loudest part because I want this piano to still be lively for the fact that there's no kick, there's no snare. You don't want to take the life out of it. So on the top, it's almost the same, even though I'm using 2:1 on the top, which is a bit more compression ratio. But we're only doing about 3 dB of compression, which obviously 2:1 is giving us back more. So we're not using like a higher ratio. But it's that mid-range that is where most of the impact will come from. So I felt like when I compressed it, the vocal was just sticking out too much the way I've mixed it. So what have I done? On isotope, you have negative ratio, which you will know when you see a bracket on your ratio. Like if we go to the bottom one, you see there's no bracket on that ratio. The top, the same thing, but on that mid one, you can see there's a bracket on that 1.2, which means we're going negative. Let me pull it forward so you can see. You see, once we come to 1:0, the bracket goes away, which means we are going to the compression side. But once you go past 1, see, once we go to that 1.1, which is in bracket, means we're going basically minus 1.1. So in order not to put minus, they just put a bracket. So, but I'm only using 1.2 on the bracket because I'll show you what this does. Obviously, it pulls most of the low information up. So let's just solo that piano and I'll solo. Maybe let's just solo the piano only. Have a listen to this. You almost hear the strikes of that piano with this expansion. Let me exaggerate it so you can hear it more. Let me also solo that particular band. So you basically feel like energy on that mid-range when we go that negative, which is expanding because it's pushing more signal up. As you can see that plus 28, because we're obviously overdoing it here. That's why I have it only just 1.2. I even felt like doing it 1.1, but 1.2 was just the perfect place, which I felt like for this particular song. So with the low being compressed, the high being compressed, and that mid-range being expanded, it obviously gives that the energy to compete with the vocal and not feel too flat. because you could now hear a bit of the vibration of the key strikes, which sort of give this sort of bit crushy kind of sound, and it makes it cut through more.
Oh girl, you know that I will treasure every kiss and every day. I love you, girl, in every way. And I always will, 'cause in my eyes, no one else comes close to you.
So yes, that's the trick I feel like sharing with you guys today. If you have any question about this, leave me a comment below. And if you have a better idea, also leave me a comment below so I can obviously read and learn from it. Also, don't forget to share the video, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye now.